Imagine this. You're standing in front of a woman who seems completely out of your league. She's confident, stunning, and used to men bending over backward for her, yet somehow she looks at you differently. Not as just another guy trying to impress her, but as someone she can't quite figure out, someone she wants. What if I told you that women, no matter how confident or independent they seem, have psychological weak spots, flaws in their emotional armor that most men never notice? And if you understand these weaknesses, you won't just attract women, you'll control the dynamic without even trying. This isn't about manipulation, it's about understanding what actually moves women on a subconscious level. Because attraction isn't logical, it's emotional. Most men appeal to the surface level, trying to impress with words, money, or looks, but the men who truly command a woman's attention, they tap into the forces she can't resist. Before move on, don't miss out on your free copy of the ebook. It's waiting for you in the description or pinned comment below. Normally it's $37, but because you're here now, you get it for 100% free. You'll be amazed by what you find inside. Let's get into the first hidden weakness that gives you an unfair advantage over 99% of men. Weakness 1. The craving for emotional escapism. Most men assume that women are logical in love, that they choose partners based on stability, looks, or even status. But the truth is, women fall for the experience. A man gives them, not just the man himself. Women crave a man who pulls them into a different emotional reality. Why do you think they fantasize about bad boys, mysterious strangers, or forbidden love stories? It's not because they want trouble, it's because they're addicted to feeling something unpredictable, something different from the routine of their lives. And here's where most guys fail. They're too predictable. They text her the same way every day. They agree with everything she says. They make her feel comfortable but not alive. And that's exactly why so many men get stuck in the friend zone. They provide companionship, but they don't trigger emotions powerful enough to make her see them as anything more. So how do you take advantage of this? You have to create an emotional contrast. Women don't fall for the guy who's just nice. They fall for the man who makes them feel something. Start by mixing unpredictability into your interactions. Don't always be available. Challenge her opinions instead of agreeing with everything. Tell stories that pull her into a different world. The key is not to be just another predictable option. The moment a woman sees you as an experience, rather than just a man, she won't just be interested, she'll be hooked. And speaking of hooks, let's move on to another weakness. Most women will never admit. Weakness 2. The unspoken addiction to strong boundaries. There's a reason why the men women chase the hardest are never the ones who chase first. It's because women aren't wired to respect men who give themselves away too easily. Most guys think being agreeable, available, and always accommodating will make a woman like them more. In reality, it does the opposite. It makes her take you for granted. Women are naturally drawn to men who set the tone in the relationship. They want a man who isn't afraid to say no, a man who values his own time, his own mission, and his own self-respect. Because that kind of man is rare. Think about it. A woman will never admit she wants a challenge. But look at who she spends time with. It's never the guy who makes himself too available. It's the one she feels she has to work for. And here's the secret. Women test men all the time. Whether they realize it or not, they'll cancel plans just to see if you'll chase. They'll push your buttons to see if you'll crack. They'll try to dominate the conversation just to see if you'll back down. But the moment she realizes that you stand firm in your values, that you won't bend just to please her, she stops testing and starts respecting you and respect. That's the foundation of real attraction. So if you ever feel like a woman is losing interest, ask yourself, are you holding your ground or are you just trying to keep her happy? Women don't fall for men who give them everything. They fall for men who make them earn it. And once you understand this, the entire game of attraction changes. Now let's talk about another weakness that keeps women chasing even when they don't realize it. Weakness 3. The thrill of uncertainty. Think about the last time you were hooked on a TV show, a movie, or even a book. What kept you glued to the screen? It wasn't the predictable parts. It was the tension, the mystery, the feeling of not knowing what happens next. Now here's what most men don't realize. Women experience attraction the same way. The more predictable you are, the easier you are to categorize. And once she knows she has you, the chase is over. But if you remain just out of reach, if she can't quite put a label on what you feel for her, that's when her mind starts obsessing over, you women love a man who can create uncertainty in a controlled way. They don't want complete chaos, but they do want a man who keeps them on their toes. And this is exactly why so many women fall for men who aren't overly eager to please. Ask yourself this. Do you instantly reply to her messages? Do you always tell her how much you like her without letting the tension build? Do you give away all your emotions up front, leaving nothing for her to wonder about? If the answer is yes to any of those, then chances are you're making things too easy for her now. This doesn't mean you should play childish mind games or act distant for no reason, but it does mean you should leave space for mystery instead of texting back immediately. Wait a little instead of telling her exactly how you feel right away. Let her wonder instead of always being available. Make her work for your time. This doesn't make you a bad guy, it makes you valuable women. Crave excitement, adventure, and men who don't give themselves away like a cheap prize. The moment she's unsure about where she stands with you, she starts thinking about you. Non-stop. She starts chasing, and that's when the tables turn. Weakness 4. The magnetic pull of leadership. Most guys think that being nice or agreeable will win a woman's heart, but women don't dream about following a man who follows them. They dream about a man who leads you. See this everywhere. The most desired men in history, whether in movies, business, or even real life, are the ones who move with purpose. They don't ask for permission to exist. They make their own decisions, stand by them, and expect others to either follow or get left behind. Women are naturally drawn to this. They might not always admit it, but a man who knows what he wants and doesn't hesitate to go after it is irresistible. Think about it. Have you ever seen a woman fall head over heels for a guy who constantly asks, "What do you want to do?" instead of deciding for himself? Have you noticed how the men who get respected by both men and women are the ones who don't hesitate when it's time to act? Have you ever heard a woman say, "I just love a guy who lets me make all the decisions"? No, exactly. Now, this doesn't mean you should control or dominate a woman's life, but it does mean you should be decisive. Don't ask, "Where do you want to eat?" Instead say, "We're going here, you'll love it." Don't wait for her to make a move. Take the lead. Don't be afraid to disagree with her if she respects you. She'll appreciate that you have your own mind. Weak men follow, strong men lead, and women can feel the difference. The moment she realizes you have a direction in life with or without her, she won't just be interested, she'll be drawn to you in ways she won't even understand. And once she starts looking up to you, that's when you become the kind of man she never wants to lose weakness. 5. The desire for a man who doesn't need her. Here's the biggest secret of all. Women don't want to be the center of your world. They want to be invited into a world that's already exciting. Most men get this completely wrong. They make a woman their priority too soon. They drop their goals, abandon their ambitions, and start structuring their lives around her. And do you know what happens next? She loses interest, not because she's cruel, not because she wants to hurt you, but because the moment a woman feels that she's the only thing driving your happiness, she stops respecting you. Think about it. Why do women obsess over celebrities, athletes, and high achievers? Why do they get hooked on men who seem like they have bigger things going on than just a relationship? Why do women chase the man who isn't always available instead of the guy who's always there? It's simple. They want a man who has purpose. A woman wants to feel like she's part of something bigger, not like she is the something bigger. When you have a vision, a goal, a life that excites you with or without her, you become instantly attractive. But the moment you start revolving your world around her, you become replaceable. So here's how to make sure this never happens. Keep your mission at the center of your life. Women are attracted to men who are going somewhere. Never cancel your plans just to be available. She respects a man who stands firm in his priorities. Stay unpredictable. Your time is valuable. Make her earn it the moment a woman sees that you're fulfilled, focused and thriving on your own. She won't just be attracted to you. She'll feel lucky to be part of your world. Because deep down, every woman wants a man worth chasing. And if you understand these weaknesses, you'll never chase again. She'll chase you. And if you found this video valuable, subscribe to Stoic Guide for more deep insights into psychology, attraction, and mastering the mind turn on notifications. So you never miss a video, because trust me, the next one might change everything for you. Stay sharp, stay focused, and remember, the strongest man is the one who doesn't.